Come on in, come on in. Have a seat and let's talk. I have something really weird to talk about today. And if you're a baby boomer, this is something that is just totally off for us. It's privacy. Privacy. In this digital age, are we are we safe? Is there privacy as far as our identity is concerned? Who in the world would ever thought that we have to protect our identity? Isn't that weird? But the title of my video is Silence is Golden. Do you think there's a way to protect ourselves? Yes. And it all comes from you. All from you. Let's talk, okay? Come on. Silence is golden? So, at first I didn't understand what Dad was talking about. But now with this day and age, this digital age, and things are slowly but surely drifting towards these people that are trying to take our identity. Whoa, silence is golden. So what I did was I sat back and I thought about it. Yeah, it all comes from us, right? If we weren't on the system, they wouldn't be trying to steal everything left and right. So how do you avoid that? So I kind of came up with a few instances in which Dad did tell me, in order for you to keep your peace of mind and your purpose, Roseanne, you need to do these things. Number one, never share your goals and dreams with anybody. No, they don't need to know. They don't need to know that in the back of your mind, someday you're going to achieve this or that. And of course, everything's of a higher order. And one of two things is going to happen. If this is a close and dear friend, they're going to be happy for you. But sometimes that's not too often. Others who you think are near and dear to your heart may not be. And they may discourage you. They might distract you. So silence was golden. As long as I don't tell everybody and just do it, they didn't have any say so. Basically, it's none of their business, right? Now, if it's a close family member, that would be different. But half the time when I shared things like that with mom and dad, they would say, maybe you should try doing this, Dad always said, maybe, no, you don't want to be a teacher. You want to be an MD. And I know where he was coming from. He was making sure that I would be financially stable for the rest of my life if I was an MD, but that wasn't for me. I wanted to help kids, right? So how about you? Do you share your goals and dreams with others? And what kind of reaction do you get from everybody? So, think about it. So, number two, never share your financial status with anybody. Don't share your salary. Oh, Dad was left and right about that. Sharing your salary with somebody else, what do you think that brings about? It's going to bring about, especially if you're making more than they are, envy, animosity, jealousy. So, with that said, with the goals and dreams and your salary, those people know that you are very deserving of all that. There goes the jealousy and the envy because they don't feel like they can do that. Do you see what I'm going with this? Where I'm going with all of this? So let's go to number three. The thing I came up with. Number three was don't share your relationship status with others. So let's say that you are seeing someone and it might be getting serious. If you share that with somebody else, again, are they going to be happy for you? Are they going to say, oh no, that person's not good enough for you? Or so are they supporting you in any way? Who's to say? Right? Silence is golden. Right? Let them see for themselves. See how happy you are with this person. See how You are trying your best to live your best life, right? And basically, like I said before, silence is golden and it's none of their business. Because eventually, if you break up with this person, either they're going to say something like, I knew it, told you so, kind of thing, and make you feel bad, or, they'll be happy all the way around. So I'm not saying that everyone is judgmental. That's not. And there are a lot of good people in the world that are going to support you no matter what you tell them. But in the long run, maybe it's better just to keep quiet and live it, right? And let them see for themselves how happy you are all the way around. They'll just let them be guessing as to how you're doing. Make sense? So I came up with number 4 as a way of, because it came back at me. If you tell people, number 4 is don't tell people your strengths and weaknesses. Never tell them your strengths and weaknesses. Because if it's a strength, many times, and not everybody, may judge you. She thinks her strength is her determination, her resilience. I don't see it, kind of thing. What kind of people are these? That again, not everybody's judgmental. I just want, we're sitting here and we're talking, we're thinking about it. Not everybody's judgmental. But if you tell them your strength, there's going to be somehow, some way they might try to tear it down. Same thing with the weaknesses. Don't make yourself too vulnerable to other people. So if I say my weakness, which it was growing up, my weakness was my shyness. I would never talk. I would never join in because I felt like I didn't belong. That was my weakness until I got older and realized who cares what other people think? If they don't like the way I look, if they don't like the pimple on my nose, or they don't like my gray hair or whatever, so be it. So be it. That's something I had to learn in life, not to share my weaknesses. Now, I try to make myself vulnerable to a certain extent to show that I'm human and I'm authentic. That's why I like talking to you. So, being authentic, this is me. I'm just like everybody else. There are times that I do feel very insecure, but that's me. How about you? Do you share your strengths and weaknesses with others? Maybe that's not a good idea right now. And the last one I came up with was never share any mishaps that you've had in your life, any indiscretions. And I don't mean to say something really bad and dirty. No, just something that you thought in the back of your mind, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because believe me, there are people out there ready to expose others. Like I said, not everybody, not all, people that we know are out to get us. But in the back of their mind, somebody somewhere may be listening, and it's in the back of their mind that they're going to use it against you later on in life. That happened with my ex-husband. So, and you tell your husband everything, but when it's time for divorce, oh, then everything came out. So I'm not saying don't trust your significant other. I'm just telling you my experience. Have you had any experiences like that? So those are the things I came up with silence is golden. In this day and age, it's hard enough that our data is being shifted around, trying to be sold, trying to be sent here, these cookies left and right on. I didn't understand that for a while. But it's weird how I'll be researching, I want a teleprompter, and all of a sudden on Facebook, I started getting all these ads for teleprompters. Well, forget the teleprompter. I'm not going to do that. I'll just do it the way I always do. So somebody's listening. There's the privacy. So dad would have a fit right now. I'm telling you, dad would have a fit because he's trying to stay as silent as he can. Well, just don't touch a computer. Don't get on social media. Don't pay your bills online. Nothing like that. And you be as safe as possible. What do you think? So with all of that said, that's my silence with Golden. I thought I'd sit down and chat with you about that. And I tell you how things are just changing in this world today with everything as far as technology, AI. Oh my God, let's not get started on AI. But remember that stop and think what you're sharing. Stop and think what you're telling others. Because those little points right there can cost you later on in life. So this has been Dr. Roseanne Gonzalez with Motivation Generation. You have motivated me today to keep my mouth shut, right? I'm going to keep my mouth shut. So don't forget to subscribe. I enjoy talking to you. You're awesome. You're amazing. And I don't forget to subscribe. Just say subscribe, yes. And I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.